Oh god, I can't believe I have to deal with this game again. This is Xenosaga Episode 2 for the PlayStation 2. This was one of the first reviews I did on my channel. Even though I discussed many of the issues I had with the game, I was never really happy with how the video turned out. So I decided that I would redo the video since I'm reviewing other games in the series. Now, before I get into the bad stuff, I will say that the story is fantastic. It continues from where Episode 1 left off, with the party finally arriving on Second Miltia. This time, it focuses more on the three URTVs, Negredo, Rubido, and Albedo. Seeing their paths and how they became what they are today was definitely the most enjoyable aspect of the game. You also get a new member in your party, Shion's katana-wielding brother Jin Uzuki. Something you will notice right away is that the anime look of the characters has been scrapped in favor of more realistic-looking characters. I guess they figured if they marketed it more to the Western audience, it would sell better here. I find the new character models quite ugly personally, and would have preferred they stick with the originals. Some new voice talent is used this time around with mixed results. Chaos definitely sounds better than he did in Episode 1, but Cosmos is simply awful. Momo's battle voice is quite grating as well. This game is also a mixed bag graphically. Some of the mech dungeons are absolutely gorgeous, but they occasionally use some really low-res models and cutscenes, and it's pretty ugly. A major annoyance is the PS1 era block hands that characters hold up to their faces sometimes. Seeing something like that can really detract from the emotional impact of a cutscene. They had no problems making individual fingers in the first game, so why did they have slabs for hands in the second? The side quests in this game are called Global Samaritan Campaigns, and are some of the most tedious fetch quests I have ever encountered. There's also the added annoyance of the slow loading times every time you enter a new screen, which makes fetch quests feel like much more of a chore than they already are. Another odd design choice is that there are no shops or equipment in Xenosaga 2. You do earn enough items from battles, and can use the skill system for stat boosts though. Still, it seems weird because shops and equipment were available in the first game. Unfortunately, Yasunori Mitsuda did not compose the music for this game. The soundtrack was actually done by two composers. One handled all the cutscenes, the other wrote all the music for towns. The cutscene music tracks are really good. The town tracks are mostly terrible. Second Miltia's theme is incredibly repetitive and unpleasant, and of course that's where you end up spending much of your time in the game. If you still need a reason as to why this game sucks, well, just fucking look at it. That's right, you've been watching the same frickin' battle this whole time. There's no editing trickery going on here. This is the way the battles actually play out. You stare at the battle screen in silence, watching every character and enemy load up one at a time. Then the music kicks in and you get treated to one of the most tedious and dull combat systems ever created. You have to target enemy weak points, knock them in the air or down them, boost in the next character, and unload their stock, boost, etc. While this may sound good in theory, in practice it just makes combat way too slow. Plus there is the issue of your party getting massacred while stocking attacks. It would have been really nice if stocking gave you a much better chance to defend. There are some double attacks that you can perform as well, but they suffer from the same problem of accumulating stock while getting massacred. The system really should have been reserved for boss fights only, with a more simplified version for normal enemies. Mech combat is pretty decent though. It takes about 25 hours to play through this one, but realistically, it's a 15-hour game padded by loading times, a tedious battle system, and a dungeon that you have to go through twice. The story is still excellent, but all the other aspects of this game make this one a chore to play. Do yourself a favor and just watch all the cutscenes on YouTube, and then play Episode 3.